The Unhappy Hippopotamus by Nancy Moore. Pictures by Edward Late. Once upon a time, there was a hippopotamus named Harriet. One day, Harriet decided she didn't want to be a hippopotamus anymore. She didn't know why, she just didn't. Now, the best way not to be a hippopotamus is not to do anything hippopotamuses do. So Harriet left the river where she lived and went to live in a house. But for some reason, Harriet wasn't happy. She wasn't happy at all, and a terrible thing happened. Miss Harriet Hippopotamus completely and entirely and altogether forgot how to smile. One day, Harriet made a brand new friend. His name was Mouse. Mouse was always smiling. "Please," said Harriet, "will you teach me how to smile again?" "Yes, indeed," said Mouse. "To smile, you have to be happy. I know all sorts of ways to be happy. One way is to share things. So why don't you give a party?" Right away, Harriet gave a party and shared things. It was a lovely party. It had balloons and paper hats and paper poppers and paper blow things and ice cream sodas and candy and cake. Everyone had a lovely time. But during the party and after the party, Harriet Hippopotamus still wasn't happy, and she still couldn't remember how to smile. The next day, Mouse took Harriet to the candy shop. He was sure all that good candy would make her smile. In the big case and the glass jars were jelly beans, peppermint crunches, candy corn, raspberry drops, jawbreakers, gumdrops, molasses chews, licorice whips, chocolate kisses, marshmallow chickens, jujubes, cherry balls, saltwater taffy, peanut brittle, and lollipops. Mouse bought Harriet a penny's worth of every single kind. She thanked him very much, and she ate it all up. But Harriet Hippopotamus still couldn't smile. Another day, Mouse said, "Why don't you make music? Bees make music, crickets make music, birds make music. Everyone's happy making music." So Harriet made music. She made it on a piano, a mouth organ, a violin, a horn, a bass fiddle, a comb, a ukulele, and bagpipes. But music on the harp was the music she liked best. Such sweet, sweet sounds came from its strings. Ping, ting, ping. But even sweet music couldn't make Harriet smile. Soon, Mouse thought of something else. Look how rabbits run, how grasshoppers hop, how dogs chase their tails. Exercise makes them feel good. When you feel good, you smile. Maybe you better exercise. So Harriet exercised. She slid down slides, she climbed up trees, she pumped high in a swing, she rode fast on a bicycle. She jumped rope, she turned somersaults, she skinned the cat, she teeter-tottered on the teeter-totter. The exercise she liked best of all was riding horses on the merry-go-round. But even those beautiful horses didn't make Harriet smile. When September came, Mouse said, "Maybe if you go to school and learn things, you'll learn how to smile too, maybe." So Harriet went to school. She learned that 2 and 2 make 4, that CAT spells cat, that the world is round. She learned how to draw pictures, how to sing "My Country 'Tis of Thee," how to sharpen pencils in the pencil sharpener, how to raise your hand when you know something, and how to smack erasers together to make them clean. Oh, Harriet learned lots of things at school, but she did not learn how to smile. One winter day, Mouse said, "Why don't you read books? Books are full of smiles." So Harriet read books, lots and lots of books. She read all day, she read all night. She read Goldilocks and the Three Bears, Peter Rabbit, Babar the Elephant, The Three Little Pigs, Cinderella, Jack the Giant Killer, Little Red Riding Hood, Andy Says Bonjour, The Wind in the Willows, and The Wizard of Oz. Harriet thought all the books were very nice, but she still wasn't happy, and she still couldn't remember how to smile. In December, Mouse said, "Look at the squirrels running here, there, up, down, in, out, collecting nuts, and all of them smiling. Why don't you collect things?" So Harriet collected things: seashells, pennies, bottle tops, bubblegum wrappers, marbles, whistles, and bits of colored glass. The most fun of all, when Christmas came, was collecting things for her Christmas tree. All sorts and shapes and sizes, and oh, but they were pretty. But even all those pretty things could not make Harriet smile. One day, Mouse said, "Why don't we play games? Games are fun." So Mouse and Harriet played games. They played hopscotch and tag and run sheep run and button button who's got the button and jacks and hide and seek and ring around the rosy and take a giant step and here we go round the mulberry bush. Best of all, Harriet liked the game of who could build the biggest snowman. But even when she built the biggest, Harriet still wasn't happy, and she still couldn't smile. One spring day, Mouse said, "Look at butterflies dancing. Look at leaves dancing. Look at stars dancing. Let's us dance too." So Harriet and Mouse danced. Round and round they danced. A one-step, a two-step, a schottisch, a waltz, a minuet, a Highland fling, a round dance, a square dance, and a jig. They had a wonderful dancey time, but just the same, Harriet Hippopotamus still couldn't smile. When Easter came, Mouse bought eggs and dyed eggs and hid eggs and gave Harriet an Easter egg hunt. She found big eggs, little eggs, middle-sized eggs, red eggs, blue eggs, green eggs, striped eggs, spotted eggs, speckled eggs, plain eggs, fancy eggs, funny eggs, chocolate eggs, coconut eggs, marshmallow eggs. She even found an egg she could peep into and see a picture. But eggs or no eggs, Harriet Hippopotamus still couldn't smile. Even Mouse wasn't smiling much anymore. But one rainy day, he thought of something wonderful. "Movies!" he shouted. "Go to the movies. Everyone laughs at the movies." So Harriet went to the movies. Lots of movies. A movie where an elephant ate too much pie. A movie where a man rode on a giraffe. A movie where it rained violets, real ones. A movie where a ball grew legs and ran away. A movie where a dog jumped over the moon. Everyone at the movies laughed and laughed and laughed. But Harriet didn't laugh. She didn't even smile. At last came the day when Mouse couldn't think of one more thing to make Harriet smile. "Maybe you're sick," he said sadly. "I better call the doctor." Harriet got in bed. Mouse called the doctor. The doctor came with his little black bag. He brought pink medicine and white medicine and gray medicine and pills. He thumped and pushed and patted. "Say ah," said the doctor. "Ah," said Harriet. "Why," said the doctor, "you're not sick at all. Just smile, Miss Harriet, and you'll feel fine." She tried. She couldn't, and she pulled up the covers to hide the face that couldn't smile. The teeniest, tiniest, littlest smile. The next day when Mouse came to Harriet's house, he couldn't find Harriet anywhere. All he found was a note, and this is what it said. "Dear Mouse, I've gone away. I've gone to find something to make me smile. Your friend, Harriet Hippopotamus." Far in the distance, Mouse could see Harriet walking all alone. "Wait for me," he shouted. "Wait for Mouse. I'm coming too." Mouse ran and ran as fast as he could to catch up. And Harriet almost but not quite, smiled to see her friend again. They walked and walked and walked and walked. They looked and looked and looked. But nowhere, not anywhere, did they find one thing to make Harriet smile. They didn't know where to go, or what to do, or what to say. And then Mouse thought of something magic. "We'll wish on a star," he said. They waited for the night. When a star came out, Harriet said, "Starlight, star bright, first star I've seen tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might, have this wish I wish tonight." I wish," whispered Harriet, "that I could smile again." "Now try," said Mouse. Harriet tried. How hard she tried. And all the stars came out to help. But poor Harriet still couldn't smile. The next morning, Harriet and Mouse started again. They didn't know where they were going, but they went. Suddenly, Harriet heard someone calling her name. "Yoo-hoo, Harriet!" It wasn't Mouse. Mouse had a little voice. This voice was a big voice. It came from somewhere high up. "Yoo-hoo, Harriet!" Harriet looked up. There in a tree sat wise old Owl. "I," said Owl, "know what's the matter with you. You've got to be you. You can't be somebody else. You cannot be a cat or a bat, an ox or a fox, a goose or a moose, or anything else but you." "I am me," said Harriet, but Owl rolled up in his feathers and wouldn't say another word. What did Owl mean? Harriet thought and thought and thought. Mouse thought and thought and thought. And then Mouse said, "Why, I know what Owl means. He means you should be a hippopotamus again." "I can't be a hippopotamus again," said Harriet. "I've forgotten how." And instead of smiling, poor Harriet began to cry. Just then she felt something happening to her toes. Something delicious was happening to her toes. She didn't know what on earth it was, and she looked down quick to see. She was standing on a riverbank. Nice, soft, sloshy, squashy mud was oozing up between her toes. Oh, ah, ee. But why did it feel so good? Why? Why, this is why Miss Harriet Hippopotamus was beginning to be a hippopotamus again. Once she started being a hippopotamus, she couldn't stop being a hippopotamus. She didn't want to stop. She wanted to do everything hippopotamuses do. She wiggled her toes in the mud. She dabbled her feet in the water. She threw away her clothes. She waded into the water. Right that second, Harriet felt something else. A feathery, curling, tickling around her mouth. Maybe, just possibly. Oh, could it really be? She was going to remember how to smile? And then, Miss Harriet Hippopotamus smiled and smiled and smiled.